Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to just do a little sit down chit chat video with you. I'm probably going to be doing a few more of these as I get ready to finish purchasing my products for my winter skincare routine. I have one or two more things I need to buy. I think I said before I got everything, but then I sampled something that was really good. But I want to give it another week before I decide to purchase it because I'm still using the sample. But then I also thought, like, I've got some people asking me on my blog and friends and family asking me, like, why I go through so many steps in skincare and why do I use different products in the morning or at night, and why do I use the same products that throughout morning and night. Like, why do I choose the things that I do? So I figured I'd sit down and just kind of, go over things with you guys, and that way also I can tell my friends and family, watch my video, I'm tired of talking about it. So if you're interested to know why I choose the things I do morning and night, and the reasonings behind the purchases of my skincare based on my skin and my needs and my location and my environment, then keep watching. First and foremost, when I'm looking for skincare products, I generally only, I think I talked about this before in my other skincare chit chat video about my winter routine, that I generally have 3 different skincare times. I have my summer routine, my winter routine, and my spring routine. And my spring routine is just a transition from my winter to the summer because it is a big jump. Summer to winter isn't as big of a jump because it's just a change in humidity. So generally when I'm changing my winter routine, and I'm not going to talk about my winter routine so much as more about what's the difference that I look for morning and night. And generally the difference between morning and night is the steps. I have probably like about 5 to 10 steps in the morning, about 12 to 15 steps at night. Over the course of a few years, I've been really taking care of my skin and really being proactive with my skincare. I started off with just 2 or 3 steps, and over time I've really catered my skincare routine to my skin, and I've seen fantastic results. So that's why I go through so many steps. I generally don't have to do that many steps. Not everyone has to go through that many steps. But living in Florida, not having taken care of my skin for the first 30 years of my life, and the type of skin that I have, I do kind of need to be a little bit more proactive and have more steps in my routine than you might need. So generally in the morning, for me, it's all about, since I'm going to be wearing makeup on my face, I'm going to be in and out of the city, there's going to be sun, there's going to be air conditioning. It's about keeping moisture in my skin and keeping my skin protected from the elements. So a lot of it has to do with moisture, and sun care, sunscreen. So a lot of what I use in the morning, I use an emulsion in the morning. I need to have everything be very lightweight because I'm going to be putting a lot of layers of makeup on my skin and I don't want to sweat. And I also want to make sure that my skin is protected from the elements, from pollution, from the sun, from going into a cold building, to a smoky building, to outside in the hot heat, and sometimes when it's rainy. Everything changes in Florida. It's really sporadic weather, and so generally my morning skincare routine is all about protection. That's why I was so picky about finding the right moisturizer for the morning. Like I said, I've already found the moisturizer. I've already purchased the moisturizer. I will talk about the one that I chose and why I chose it maybe later on this week, and sometime next week I'll be going into my skincare routine more in depth. That was also why I was so picky about finding the perfect UV protection, which is my love-hate video. I'll link it below. I wanted something that had really good skincare benefits and also would add a lot of protection from the sun. Because Florida is so hot and it's so bright all the time, unless there's a thunderstorm, it is something that for anti-aging and just the protection of your skin in general was very important. So I ended up, like I said, getting the UV protection fluid from La Mer. I also have a really good sunscreen from Tarte that I use, and I also have one from Innisfree, which is a Korean brand that I like to use as well. And depending on how much makeup I'm wearing, what I'm doing throughout the day, where I'm going, what clothes I'm wearing, because sometimes I'll wear things that are up here or turtlenecks or whatever. It also depends on what kind of sunscreen I wear. The other thing, again, like I said, was very important for me is hydration, and that's why I wanted to find a nice lightweight moisturizer. I also have been adding creams to my routine. I was using hyaluronic acid just as a straight serum before, and then I found I had a sample of the Tidal cream from Sunday Riley that I absolutely fell in love with. It had hyaluronic acid and some other really fantastic skincare properties, and I ended up purchasing the full size of that because it's just something that gave me the hyaluronic acid and the moisture and just really made my skin look and feel fantastic. So again, the morning time for me, it's all about moisture and sun protection, and also having my layers be very thin because I don't want to have too of a heavy face because I am putting a lot of makeup on, and I don't want it to feel too heavy or too sticky or too cakey. I like everything to look as natural as possible with as much makeup as I put on. Nighttime is a different story. Nighttime for me is all about repairing. It's all about cleaning, deep cleaning my pores after everything I've done throughout the day because I am very susceptible. I have very large pores. I get blackheads. You just look at me and I get a blackhead. I tend to break out. My skin's very sensitive, combo, oily, it doesn't matter. So for me, it's all about a deep clean and repairing my skin, which is one of the reasons why I really love La Mer and SK-II, because they have just been the best products for me seeing a general improvement in my skin. So generally the first thing I'll do is I will double cleanse. That deep cleans my pores. I use a Clarisonic, the Smart Profiler, to really get deep down. Then I'll exfoliate, then I'll rinse, and I might even clean again depending on how much makeup I've been worn through the day, where I've been in the city, if I've been having breakouts or getting a lot of blackheads or things like that. And then I will go into my treatment lotions, and I will go into my serums and my essences, and then I will, you know, use the Sunday Riley Tidal cream to give myself some moisture. And then I go into 2 eye creams. I'm using an eye cream, and then I use an eye mask because, you know, I get really dark circles and really puffy, and so the eye mask really soothes and it's really nice. The one I'm using right now is a sample. I don't tend to like this brand very much. I'm not going to go into it just yet, but I am going to try and find an eye mask that works better because I do like how it works with my skin. And then that's when I use the Creme de la Mer at night, and then I use an oil on my face. That does is it replenishes my skin. It helps repair my skin, and I wake up in the morning and my skin looks really nice and it looks better than it did the day before. And it keeps my sensitivity down. I notice my pores have been getting smaller, my fine lines and wrinkles have been disappearing, and all of this has to do with the reparative and regenerative products that I've been using at night. So just again, real quickly, generally in the morning it's all about moisture and it's all about protection from the sun, and also just anything I can add to my skin that will, you know, give it some really good skincare benefits. And at night it's all about rejuvenation and repairing my skin, and also exfoliation and deep cleaning my pores. So finding the right products for me takes a bit of a time because, like I said, I have a rule: if a product costs more than $20, I know that doesn't sound like a lot of money because it's not a lot of money, I need to test it first. Some products in my arsenal are like $300-400. So, but I have to make sure that it's going to work good for me. I do have sensitive skin. My skin is very prone to breakouts. I have been dealing with a breakout that started with a Blotterazzi, and it's just gone forward from there. I have them here, here, here. I don't know. As soon as I used the Blotterazzi, it happened, and then it's just been continuous. So I've been really proactive with cleaning my skin and like not touching my skin and things like that. But when it comes down to it, for me, skincare is very important, and I do take it very seriously. If you go into my bathroom, I have my skincare in the middle row in my like my cabinet where I keep all my skincare, and the bottom row is all samples that I am trying. So I am very proactive. I am very serious about sampling and trying things, and also not sampling too many things at once. Generally, if I'm trying a new product that is from a line that I'm not familiar with, I will only use that product new, and everything else will be things I've used before. So I am very careful about sampling and not mixing too many things, so that way I can see genuine results and how it works for my skin. If I have a reaction, I could say it's definitely from this and not from this and this and this, because I'm using products that I've used before and I don't have an issue with. So generally, that's what I try to do for my skincare. I am a huge proponent of the biggest things that I've added to my skincare routine that I've seen the biggest difference. If you are looking to really take your skincare routine by the horns, is I would say if you have combination or oily skin, you don't need to do this if you're normal to dry skin, I would recommend doing a double cleanse in the morning and the night. Not just the nighttime, but also the morning time, because what's going to happen is if you have oily skin, your pores are just going to be filled with gunk. It's just, if it's any skin like me, I'm combination, I get an oily T-zone. Double cleansing in the morning really cleans out everything. It doesn't strip my skin too much because I use very gentle cleansers in the morning, but what that does is any of the skincare I put on top in the morning, it's skin all day, it absorbs really beautifully, and then when I take my makeup off at night, I'm like, oh, my skin feels so nice, because I double cleansed in the morning and it did give me a nice palette or canvas for my skincare to really work its magic all day. The other thing I would definitely recommend is make sure you cater your skincare routine to you, to your environment, to your skincare needs. If you ever have read any of my skincare routines on my blog or hear about any products that I talk about, understand that any products that I talk about skincare wise work for me. They might not work for you. I might use products that are miracle products for me, and you might have kind of the same skin as me, but for some reason these products won't work for you. Do not assume just because a product has a hefty price tag that it's going to work for you. And the same thing goes if something is inexpensive, it might be the best thing for you. So try and really cater your skincare routine to your skincare needs. I would also not go too crazy. Stick to one or two brands if you can. So say you really love Neutrogena, it just does amazing things for your skin. It's really inexpensive. You love the way it works. Try and stick with as many Neutrogena products as you can. Unfortunately for me, the two products that work the best are SK2 and La Mer, which are unfortunately on the pricier side. So generally when I'm looking for a new skincare routine, I look to those brands first. Then I look to brands who are similar with ingredients or what the skincare will do, if it's regenerative, if it's deep cleaning. I also try to have different sections in my skincare routine, specifically at night, that do different things. The first is the cleansing, getting ready for the skincare. And that to me is all about deep cleaning my pores. My toners are about deep cleaning, my cleansers are about deep cleaning. Everything, exfoliation, everything goes with the deep cleaning. And then the next is reparative and then moisture. And so it's also catering your skincare routine to your needs with your brands and just being really mindful and proactive with what works for you. This video got kind of jumbled at the end. I think it's because I keep talking about the same things and I forget what I talked about and what I didn't talk about. But I do think that if you want to be the best that you can be, I'm not going to say be beautiful because I think everybody is beautiful. I know everybody is beautiful. But I think that if you want to really take yourself to the next level, it's not makeup, it's skincare. Because honestly, like, if you think about why do we put on foundation, why do we put on concealer, why do we put on powder, we do all of that to have a nice base of makeup for like our eyeshadow and our blush and our lipstick, because sometimes our skin isn't exactly what it needs to be. But if we have a really good base, then we can branch forward and try new and unique things rather than having to have heavy coverage or a lot of concealer because you have dark circles and lines. It's like, to me, skincare and good skin is the base of your makeup. Like, if you don't have good skin, like I do, and I'm not saying good skin, I don't have good skin. I have to be really proactive so that way when I put on my makeup, I don't have my pores showing, my fine lines and wrinkles aren't, are not emphasized. That's what I'm talking about. Like, if you have good skin, everything goes on easier, you have more options, and you're gonna feel a little bit more confident about yourself. So I would say skincare to me in the beauty side of the world and the cosmetic side of the world is the most important thing, and it's one of the things that I am super passionate about. And so I really feel like if you guys want to take your beauty routine, your makeup routine, your skills to the max, start with your skin. That I've just talked rambling forever and ever and ever, I'm gonna end this video here. I am probably going to have my skincare routine with all of my products, and I will go into why I chose the products that I did. So that video will be long. That will be either the end of this week or sometime the next 2 weeks. I'm just waiting for one more product to come to me in the mail because I kind of want to have everything with me to show you. So do look for that. And I'm going to do one video for my morning and one video for my nighttime because there are different products that I use. Also, if you have any questions on skincare or you have any recommendations or tips or advice, let me know below, let people know below. I'm all about this being a conversation and not just me talking at a camera and having you guys watch and be like, eh. Let's have a conversation about skincare. I love it. If you like videos like this and you like me, don't forget to subscribe. It's free. I'm free, and I put out new videos every Monday through Friday and sometimes on the weekends as well, so I'll always have something for you to watch. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It lets me know to continue doing videos like this, and that's always a good thing because if you don't like this content, then why am I doing it? Other than the fact that I like this content, so that's a good reason for me to do it. In any case, I hope you guys are all happy and healthy and have a great day, month, year, whatever, and I'll see you next time.